What's up, agents? As you can tell, I am in a totally different location because I am trying to get the best live experience for you. I've been noticing that the videos are super laggy. So I'm out in my living room using a TV tray in order to deliver you this information at hopefully a better quality or better speed. So super excited about today's training, guys. Today we're going to talk about how to get listing appointments and seller leads every single week on your social media. All right, I need to remember to look up here now because the camera's right here instead of down here. So I'm going to be looking all over the place. I'm sorry about that. All right, so getting listing appointments each and every week on social media. As you drop in, say hello, welcome. How are you guys today? And let me know, where are you joining from today? Are you in your office? Are you watching from home? Are you in the car? Well, if you're in the car, I guess you should not comment. But if you're catching the replay, let me know. What's up, Seth? Thank you so much for joining. Where are you joining from? You at the office? You at home? What you doing? Oh, and hello, Penelope, to your cute dog. The cutest dog ever, guys. And Seth has it. It's amazing. All right, so moving on here with our call to action. So today we're going to go over why you need a targeted call to action strategy with your social media and how you can create one. All right, your own targeted call to action strategy so you can start generating income and time. Okay, our social media is such a powerful tool and it allows us to be two places at once, right? When you post something, that is something that goes out there that anybody can stumble upon it later on in life, and it could be used to generate business for you, right? So today I'm going to show you exactly how to get that done. All right, Seth is about to be in the car, so drive safe. And if you are viewing, if you'd also let me know if you are watching right now, how is the stream? Is it coming through steady? Is it laggy like it's been? Let me know because I'm trying to make this work for you guys. All right, and at the end, after I get through giving you guys this targeted call to action strategy and you guys can start generating appointments and conversations immediately, I have some big news that I'd like to share with you all. All right, so let's dive in. What is a call to action in the first place? I know some of you are like, what even is a call to action, Erica? This is beyond me. All right, and a call to action, if you kind of break it down, it's literally a statement requesting the audience or the reader to take an action, right? Or the viewer. In the case of a commercial, you can hear verbal call to actions. You hear this in commercials all the time, right? Call or click today. Click the link below, comment below, DM, right? So those are call to actions. All right, and if we use the right strategy, these statements, a tiny little statement can change the course of your business, and it can change who you are talking to on a daily basis on social media, right? I don't know if you guys are tired of just posting for the sake of posting, right? But if you're exhausted of just keeping up with that, there is a super duper easy way to make these strategies work for you on a repeat basis, okay? Now let's dive in first on why things aren't working, why they're not popping off for you right now, or if you are getting some traction on social media, how to become more effective with some slight tweaks. All right, so a lot of you guys, I have looked through profiles. I scoured for the last week when I came up with this topic last week. All right, let me look at these call to actions, and I have almost 2,000 real estate friends. So I just pulled up, real estate agents I knew, real estate agents I didn't know, some that I just met, some that I've knew for a while, and looking at the call to actions, I can see the huge need for this strategy because number one, there either isn't a call to action, or I can't even tell that you are a real estate agent on a consistent basis, right? I'm like, oh, here's a post. Oh, okay, they just closed, but then that's the last I hear. Oh, okay, closed, right? So it's very sporadic, so I don't know how frequent, right? So these are things that you want to think of from a buyer or seller's perspective. And since we are in the business of attracting listings, if you're watching this, I know you want to attract listings. And with that being said, I'm going to use a lot of examples about listings. Okay, if you want listings, drop listings in the comments. Let me hear that. Let me see that, or give this post a like. All right. So we we are not either we are we are confusing our audience on what we do on a day-to-day basis and where our expertise is, right? When we think, oh, I want a real estate expert, a professional, we assume that person's going to be consistent in the business, right? Especially on the listing agent side, they want somebody who's going to protect their equity. And if it doesn't look like you're fully committed to real estate, they may not believe in you 100% that you're going to fully be there to protect their equity. All right, something to consider as far as posting about social media, as far as real estate goes. All right. Now, there are ways to post about real estate without being spammy or salesy at all, right? Just consider what you are posting. One thing I recommend doing is going through and doing a social media audit. Act as if you are a seller. Hop onto your Facebook profiles, and guys, don't get it twisted. They are absolutely looking at our personal profiles as well, right? They're looking at our business profiles, but they're looking at our personal profiles to see, okay, who are these people? Who are they really? Do I want to work with them? Do I think this person's actually gonna fight for the equity in my house? Right? So when you're posting online, if you want to use your social media as a tool, you want to think from a client-centered perspective. We have something in Purple Elephant where we call client-centered conversion, and that's always starting with all things with the client first. All right, and that includes our posts. If I'm a seller and I am going to go and find a listing agent, I'm going to go through your personal profile, right? Wouldn't you? Okay, so that's one thing you can do is on a monthly basis, go through and just double check your social media, or 6 months, whatever you want to do. Just do it consistently where you're going back and saying, hey, let me take a quick scroll, because we do a good job. You know, we remind ourselves and then we'll be good for a few days or a couple weeks, but then it gets diverted and diluted again, right? So give yourself that opportunity to double check and just scroll down and say, hey, if I'm a seller, if I'm going to sell my house, what information is here for me? How is this person going to help me get the most amount of money for my house, right? And in a way that I can believe them and trust them. All right, so things to think about. They're looking at your profile, and if it's not working for you, you might want to consider doing a quick audit on your own. So the other reasons your social media is not working for you already is because you're not even using call to actions, right? We're just posting, and we are not giving our audience a chance to raise their hand, an opportunity to raise their hand. Guys, this was one of the biggest game changers for me in Purple Elephant, my coaching business. Was when I started using my call to actions and started changing my messaging. Right before, I would just say, okay, information, 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 and I'm like, wow, why am I not getting any traction? And then when I say, hey, you do want to talk? Hey, do you want to talk about investing in your business? Now I'm going to get those people that are interested in that, right? So give your audience, give your viewers a chance to say yes to you. As we know, they are not going to go out of their way. Do we go out of our ways to jump into business with other people? Not usually, especially if it's not anything that's necessarily on top of our minds right away, right? So give your audience an opportunity to raise their hand, and I promise you, you are going to feel redundant. You are going to feel like you're repeating yourself over and over and over and over again, and you should. Right? That's how you train your audience, and that's how your audience knows, oh, she is a real estate professional. He is a real estate professional, right? This is what he does. He helps people buy or sell for the most amount of money, right? Or whatever your target is, selling for the most amount of money, shortest amount of time, open, honest, flawless communication, right? So give your audience an opportunity to raise their hand to talk to you, all right? To speak to you, to work with you. The other thing I see is call to actions are super duper vanilla or vague. And there's that saying out there, when you speak to all, you attract none. All right, have you guys heard that? When you speak to all, you attract no one. All right. So when you're saying, a lot of times we go out there and we're like, okay, are you ready to buy or sell? Reach out to me. Are you looking to buy or sell? Reach out to me. Hey, are you looking to buy or sell? Reach out to me. When you're ready to buy or sell, reach out to me. That's what I see the most of, right? That's probably what you see the most of as well. Okay, so number one, know that if you're seeing it and you're seeing other real estate agents and all the other real estate agents are also seeing it, and you're saying you're different, you're contradicting yourself in your actions right then and there, right? So be aware of that. Now, this is not to say that you have to use these call to actions on every single post. There is a time and place for when you're looking to buy or sell, reach out to me. There's always a time and place for that, right? But the point of this is if you're not reaching your goals and you want to be more effective on social media, we need to alter our call to actions, especially if the things that I'm talking about right now with social media, you're like, yes, yes, that's me. Yes, that's me. Yes, that's me. All right. So your call to actions are too vanilla, they're too vague, they're not attracting people, they're boring, they're not relevant, they're not timely, they don't speak to the client enough to get them to raise your hand or reach out to you, right? So what happens instead is, again, there's a time and a place for that, right? There's a time and place to be vague and just put that general call to action out there. But what happens is now you have to end up posting a lot more because you're not standing out. So instead of getting to have that hook, right? That, oh, attention on you, you're having to kind of yell louder instead of just kind of being you and speaking your truth and attracting that seller, right? And again, this is just about the statement at the end, right? This is only to just change the statement at the end. Okay, we already talked about not different, and the other thing to know about is when we are not different, when we are the same as every other agent out there, we then compete on price. Okay, and for us, price is who's willing to dish the most discount as a listing agent, right? When you are the same as every other agent, it comes down to price. Okay, and from the beginning, you want to have that opportunity to stand out and differentiate yourself from the beginning, from your social media posts, right? They're like, this is why we pay them 6%, right? All right. The next thing to know, guys, is that we want to make sure. So one of the biggest objections that we hear that is really tough to get around is, well, I already know them. All right, I don't know you. I just started talking to you and you're great, you're fantastic, but I've already known this other agent. Okay, when our social media provides nothing extra, when our social media provides no value and just saying, oh, this one closed, what an awesome transaction, loved the buyers, congrats. Oh, this one closed, congrats to my seller. I wrote a great, I was able to negotiate a great deal for them and they maintained this much of their equity, right? So what we want to do is make sure that we're actually providing a reason for people to change. Is you closing on a home a reason for them to change? Yes, even though your situation, the story that you told sounds like that's the benefit of the seller, it's really just you saying, hey, I did this, without leaving off what's the most important thing. Okay, I don't know if that came through correctly, all right? So what I'm trying to say by that statement is a lot of times what we're doing is we're giving features of what we did and we don't actually provide the benefit of what that did for the client, right? So, hey, that is fantastic. I'm so freaking proud of you that you crushed it on the equity for your sellers, right? That you negotiated an amazing deal. All right, so now these sellers tell that story a little bit more. Now these sellers they're moving on and doing XYZ, right? Now they've accomplished this. They thought we want to expand on that story just a little bit more, okay? So talking about that end result, not just, okay, they maxed out on equity, this is what they did. Oh, great. What does that mean for the sellers? Okay, that's that story portion that comes into play. All right, okay, so we want to make sure that we're giving people a reason to pay attention to us as their listing agent, right? So we want to make sure that we are providing value for those sellers, okay? So if that value isn't there, they're not going to raise their hand. If the call to action isn't there, they're not going to raise their hand, okay? So if that resonated with you, and if you said, yeah, that's kind of me on any of them, no call to actions, general call to actions, kind of attracting all business, then here is the targeted what am I talking about? Here is the targeted call to action CTA strategy that's going to help you get these appointments just booked on your calendar, okay? Now, number one, with everything, we start with intent. Okay, this is something I've been crazy passionate about lately because we don't start with our own goals in mind, right? We ask questions. For example, what's the right lead source? What's the best lead source, right? It all depends on where your goals are. What are your goals? What are you looking to accomplish? Okay, so same with our call to actions on social media. We want to start from our goals, from our intention. So with my clients in my coaching program, we call this 360 clarity, having a full picture. And this goes from your mindset, from your vision, right? Everything starts with your goals and your vision, right? So starting with your intent in mind, if your goals are to attract listings, then our call to actions need to be towards listings. If your goal is to attract buyers, then your CTA should be to attract buyers. Okay? So number one, start with intent. What are your goals? In addition to that, if your goals are to create income now, right? Are you not at your target yet where you need to be this month and you need to create income now? Or is this you building your pipeline for next year? All right, I know half the time when we're posting, we're in our car, we just got through showing a house, we're waiting for the inspector to show up, we're sweating, right? It's hot outside, we're hungry, and we're just posting and trying to get done with it, and then on to the next thing with our lives, right? But instead, if we can just take 2 seconds to put this strategy together, guys, your social media is going to work for you, and it's not going to be something that you are having to do over and over and over again. Okay, so Katie, you said now, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so sorry. What you talking about? Now. I get it now. You want leads now. I get it, right? Right? Is that what you want? You want some transactions now. Then exactly, our call to actions need to reflect those people that are looking to make money now. Exactly. Those people that are looking to sell right now versus next year. Okay? And we have the power to do that. All right? So starting with intent is number one. What are your goals? What are your goals and what do you want to do? Okay? Start with you. Start with you, boo. All right, number two is your audience. Oh, guys, this right here, the audience. You need to create your market on social media. Okay? I'm going to say that again. You need to create your market on social media. All right? How many of you did this? You got into real estate, got onto social media, and was like, oh, if I connect with all of these agents, they can send me business, I can send them business, I can look at them for tips and information, right? And all of a sudden you just started sending out friend requests to real estate agents and accepting all these friend requests with real estate agents. Have you guys done that? Give me a like or type I did that below. All right, so it's all fine and dandy in the beginning, but what we don't realize is that what we're doing is we are diluting our algorithm. We are diluting our audience of the actual people that we want to work with. right? And if we're trying to attract listings, who needs to be in our audience? Sellers and homeowners, maybe some investors. Yep. Yeah, Katie's like, I did that. Seth is laughing. I'm guessing he did the same thing. I don't know. Did you? So, what we want to do, oh, and the other part of that, guys, that I didn't even occur to me is when you're trying to build your listing agent or your listing business and you're connecting with all these referral partners, do you think they're referring listings to you or buyers? Especially if they don't live near you. They're not going to, they can't refer listings to you if they don't live near you. So we're pretty much just like dooming ourselves from the start by messing up. Katie says, don't delete me, y'all. We would never. All right, so what we want to do is make sure that our audience has sellers, because it doesn't matter. We could say have the best call to action in the entire world, and if the only people that see it are agents and your closest friends, you're just shooting yourself in the foot, right? And I don't know, man. Whenever I was practicing myself, I was like, yeah, add all these agents, and all these agents were liking my post, but it did not translate to sales, right? It never really translated to sales. Maybe buyers, maybe some referrals, but no listings, that's for sure, okay? So to fix that, a couple of quick things that you can do, all right, is number one, start friend requesting and start commenting on homeowners and sellers posts. Okay, now you can do this in your newsfeed if you know they own a home, or if you know that they're potentially selling, you can comment just on their post, so that way they start seeing you and you start seeing them. All right, the other thing you can do is Facebook groups. Facebook groups are huge, guys. I was telling you guys last week about my client Jacob, who just created his Exploring Southwest Wisconsin Facebook group. I think maybe he's done that 3 or 4 weeks now, and he's at 430. So now he's got to have more than that. People, right, in his Facebook group. So those are people that at any time he has a reason to reach out because they're in his Facebook group, right? Have casual forward conversations with people and understand where they are in the selling cycle and how he might be able to assist, right? He has a very easy way to connect with people. If you don't want to create your own Facebook group, join local Facebook groups, and you can think of homeowner associations, you can think of hobbies. If you enjoy, I like fitness stuff. I really like working out, doing yoga, all kinds of stuff I do at home, and you can join a local community about whatever hobby, focus around whatever hobby that you're interested in, and create relationships with people, right? This is a way to do it where it's super ultra non-salesy whatsoever. Okay, now your job is going to be changing your audience. We got to shift it to having homeowners and sellers. One big reason that the social media is not already just booming for you is because of this right there, right? The right people aren't seeing your posts. The right people aren't giving the opportunity to raise their hands to you, okay? So brainstorm some ways and start taking action on getting in front of homeowners and sellers. Sending a friend request, okay? Sending them a friend request and a quick message, hey, great to connect with you here, have a wonderful day. Guys, it's literally as easy as that. They don't have to respond to you, right? The ball's in your court, not theirs. Don't worry about that. Just do you. Okay, so got to change your audience. Number one, start with the intent. What are your goals? If your goals are listings, let's talk listings. Number two, your audience. If you want listings, stop talking to all these buyers. The buyers will come, right? How many sellers will also need to buy? All right, if you want to work with buyers, working with listings are a great way to find buyers as well and create time. I know all of you guys are watching this because you want to create time and income. All right, so the third step of the call to action strategy is the actual formula of the call to action itself. Okay, it's really easy. It's insanely easy, and you guys are gonna be like, oh man, I cannot wait to post my very next post. So number one, we start with who. Who are you talking to? Buyers or sellers? Okay, we're talking about listings right now, so we'll say sellers. All right. What? What is the specific and direct benefit that your seller is going to receive with this call to action? Okay, so what is the specific and direct benefit? For example, all right, everybody wants to create or save money, time, and energy. Remember this always. Remember this always. Money, time, and energy and experience. Literally every reason or every decision is made because somebody wants to create or save money, time, energy, or have a better experience. Okay, and if you guys can think of something that does not fall into that category, I'd love to hear it. Okay, money, time, energy, and a great experience. So what we want to do with our call to action, all right, so now we have sellers who want to sell their home for the most amount of money, right? And I'm giving you guys just something super duper basic. Sellers who want to sell their home for the most amount of money. And shoot, and have fun while doing it. Right? Who doesn't want to sell their home for the most amount of money and have some fun doing it? Okay? The next part of the structure, we have who, what, and I'm going to give you guys, let me break down the full structure and then we'll go through each piece. So who and what, we just talked about those. Then there's when and direct action. So when you're creating your structure, when you're actually doing your call to action, when you're writing your posts, you need to think of the who, what, when, and the direct action. Okay, now remember who is who you're attracting based from your intent. So sellers. The what is the specific and direct benefit. What specific and direct benefit are you speaking to? Saving or creating money, time, energy, or giving a good experience, right? Bettering or improving an experience. Okay, so that could look like people who want to make the most from selling their income property. Right? And the more specific we can be, the better. Sellers who want to make the absolute most amount of money that this market will provide from their remodel. How many of you guys know somebody who remodeled their home and is trying to sell it? All right, so sellers who want to sell their home for the most and have fun along the way. Okay, so who and what. Next part is when. When do you want this lead to convert? Guys, you have this much control that when you use when you use a targeted call to action strategy like this, you can fill up the pipeline that you want to fill up. So for example, if you need sales right now, Katie's like me, I need sales now. Okay, we want to say, hey, you looking to move in the next 30 days, right? We want to tack on 2022 to our call to action. We want to tack on in the next 30 days, in the next 60 days. If you want to start working on next year's pipeline, guys, what do we need? What do we need to change our call to action to then? If we want to attract clients next year, what should our call to action be? What should it be as far as the win? Yeah, if you're looking to sell next year, right? I heard you. You said it right. Okay? If you're looking to sell next year and you want to make the absolute top dollar for your home, here are the 5 things that you need to know. Right? Yeah, Katie said 2023, baby. You looking to make the most on your home in 2023? Are you looking to sell your home in the shortest amount of time next year? Right? Because people have different situations that are going to relate to them. And if we're only saying, if you're looking to buy or sell, reach out to me. If you're looking to buy or sell, reach out to me. We're not going to really attract anybody. Okay? Because it doesn't hit anybody. Okay? Think about the specific situations people have going on. All right. Hey, are you wanting to sell your home but you can't find a place to move? I did that post joking around, thinking no one would do it because I have a bunch of agents, and all of you guys commented. I was like, holy crap, you guys want to move? I know some good agents. Okay, so your call to actions can help you find the right people who are looking to convert when you need them to. Okay, now the fourth part of our structure here is the direct action. So it's the actual call to action itself. What is the action you want them to take? Do you want them to click the link in your comments? Do you want them to DM you? Do you want them to spin around in circles and clap 3 times? Do you want them to share, right? So that is where the getting appointments booked onto your calendar comes into play. Okay? Because what we can say in our direct call to action is let's take an example of you just got a new listing. All right. Hey, new listing coming soon. Why not? Okay. New listing coming soon. That's when I see a lot. And usually there's some criteria and that's about it. If you're interested in showing, let me know. Which, guys, if you're also, side note, if you're interested in attracting listings, why are you talking about showings right then and there? Yes, I understand you want to do that for your sellers, but how about you do the same exact thing and also promote it and leverage it so you can grab other listings as well, right? That is your opportunity to say, hey, look, listing agent, I'm doing it, right? Not listing agent, let me attract buyers. Okay, now, again, time and place. Okay, right now we're talking about call to action strategies that are going to get appointments booked onto your calendar, a targeted call to action. So what you're going to do to get these appointments on your calendar is, number one, you need that calendar link. Okay, if you want them booked on your calendar, you can have people DM you and you can schedule it straight from there without having an automated calendar, but you can get this automated by going to and using something like Calendly. Okay, Calendly has a free account you can use. It's Calendly. Okay, Calendly. And they have a free version that you can use for one appointment type. So your one appointment type can be a strategy session, or a consultation, whatever you want to call it. Since it's one appointment type, you might want to keep it general for that part. Okay, but what that will allow you to do is then you can add that link into your comments, and when you post, you can direct them with your call to action. Hey, by the way, if you're looking to sell your home this year and you want to make the absolute most amount of money for it and having an enjoyable time along the way, right? Click on the calendar or click on the link below to schedule your free strategy session to help you walk away with the most amount of money. Okay, or whatever that's going to be an example. Okay, one example. All right. You can have so much fun with this, guys. There's so many different angles and avenues that are out there. Again, with the remodel, right? Hey, if you're thinking about remodeling and selling your home, don't make another move until we talk, right? Call out the people that you are looking to work with. Call out the sellers, the sellers and the homeowners, so you can have these conversations with them. Otherwise, we are not directing them to do anything, right? Reach out if you're ready to buy or sell. Reach out if you're ready to buy or sell. That is not enticing anyone to take action. All right, so just to recap here, intent. Start with your intent. What are your goals? When you're writing a post and you're about to end the post and you're ready to direct them to take an action, we need to start with intent. Well, we really need to think about that before we write the content, but starting from intent, okay? If your intention is to attract sellers and listings, then we need to talk about sellers and listings, okay? Number 2, adapt your audience. Your audience needs to be sellers and homeowners. It's just how it is. That's life, okay? When do you want this lead to convert? All right? Oh, sorry, structure. I kind of skipped there. I hear my daughter in the background and my brain went crazy. Okay. Intent, audience, and structure. The structure of the call to action is who, what, when, and the direct action. All right. It seems like a lot for one little sentence, but guys, when you start using this tool, you will have appointments that are just literally, you're going to wake up in the morning and have appointments on your calendar. Okay, if you want to switch it to home evals, talk about home evals, talk about strategy sessions, right? Your call to action, play around and see what vibes with your audience. All right, but it all starts with being vocal and actually giving them an opportunity to raise their hand. Okay, if we do not give them an opportunity to raise their hand to us, we're providing them a disservice. Do you agree that if somebody reaches out to you, if a seller were to reach out to you, you could save them time and money? Do you believe that you can create a great experience for them? If you answered yes to that, then there's absolutely no reason that you should not post or raise your hand to talk to people. Okay? Or sorry, not raise your hand. Have the client raise your hand. Kylie, please stop. I'm trying to do this live and I can't think. All right. So, all right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up. I hope this was helpful, guys. If this was helpful, let me know. All right. If you are ready, drop CTA in the comments and let's get going. Okay. Also, the big news. If you're here this long and wait until the end, I appreciate you. The whole reason I created Purple Elephant is really because I want to change the entire real estate industry. All right, I want to change it for you as the real estate professional. I want to help you create and save time and income. There it is again, right? The time, income, a great experience. And I want to do the same thing for clients. I mean, for your clients, right? I want to do the same thing for our consumers. I think it's crazy that we are the people dealing with the largest asset, people's largest investment and largest spend that they're ever going to do. And people think real estate agents are, right? In scientific terms, we're, okay? So the whole point of Purple Elephant is to change the industry, and that's why we're Purple Elephant, because we're going to be different, because we are different. Everything from our conversations to our actions show that we want to be different, and we're going to treat our clients the way they deserve to be treated in this industry. Okay? Can you just imagine a world, guys, where real estate professionals, like when we call, people are excited to talk to us because we're knowledgeable. We're there to actually bring about a great experience for them. We're there and we know how to create time for them and how to save money and create money for them, income as well, right? All the way from their first home to their investment properties. All right, with Purple Elephant, I want to change the industry so real estate professionals are not treated like car salespeople. And I was a car salesperson, so I can say that. Okay, but do you feel me? All right, so with Purple Elephant, what I'm going to do is I am going to create a real estate team. All right, so that way this information is accessible for more real estate agents. All right, having it the way I'm doing now with just my coaching program is amazing. But if I'm able to create a real estate team, I can give this information to a lot more people. Now you have to be here in Albuquerque, okay? But for anybody who is interested in maybe making a move, or even kind of just checking out other options, let's talk, okay? Because I'm going to get a team rolling, and you can have me You can have the Purple Elephant training at in the form of a team. Okay, so be on the lookout for lots of info about that, guys. I'm so excited to just really help more agents and get this information out there and start changing the industry. Again, just bringing it back to being able to change the industry. And I just need to inject myself in there a little bit more. And one transaction at a time, let's change the name of the real estate game. All right? So that way people get excited when they hear, yes, you got to talk to a real estate agent. Okay, being a real estate agent is an amazing opportunity, and it's amazing way that we can actually affect people's lives, right? Think about investment properties, how you can change somebody's lives if you know how to use OPM, other people's money, where you can teach people how to, with nothing, create wealth. Okay, so it's going as deep as that. It's going as deep as that. It's really just changing the freaking industry, man. All right, I'm gonna get off of here because I'm just rambling now. But hope this was hopeful. Super excited about the real estate team, so be on the lookout for more information for that. And next week, guys, next week's topic for Wednesday's training is the 3 pillars or the 3 layers you need in your business to create exponential profits. Okay, so that's profits, not just going like this, but exponentially increasing. Okay, so stay tuned next week. See you guys then.